I'm sitting here at the end of a long day and I noticed that people are searching on Google for PayPal, Coinbase, scam email, and I wanted to look around to see what this was about. This is likely, I think, about an invoice scam that's been going around for PayPal where you'll receive an email that looks like it's coming from PayPal. It might actually be coming from service@paypal.com, that sort of thing. And it looks like it's an invoice. You need to pay it, a bill, whatever you want to call it. But it's a scam. So in this case, I found this example here. It says invoice updated. It shows like a Bitcoin thing at the top there. Invoice updated. Bill pay updated your invoice amount due. This one's $619.99 USD. And I've seen these sorts of invoices that come in for people that are of other amounts like $399.99. Depends on what it is. Normally it's a few $100s. It's not thousands and it's not just like $20 or something like that. Amount due, due on receipt, view and pay invoice. And at the bottom it says seller note to customer. Thank you for choosing PayPal. Your payment of $619. And there's a dot space, which isn't correct. $619.99 will be charged through PayPal for Bitcoin crypto. If you did not make this transaction, please contact us at number 1-888-510-4776 to cancel and claim a refund. I'm going to stop right there. That is a scam phone number that is not associated with PayPal or Bitcoin or Coinbase or anything like that. What they're doing here is they're sending you an invoice and it looks like it's official. It might be, like I said, coming from service@paypal.com, whatever. It looks official. But what the scammers are trying to do is they're going to try to freak you out. Do I owe all this money? Oh my God, I owe $619.99. And then there's a phone number at the bottom. I'll call that phone number and I'll resolve the situation, right? That goes to scammers. That's not an official PayPal phone number at the bottom. They want you to call the number so they can scam you through the phone number. And then I'll continue here. If this is not the case, you will be charged $619.99 today. So there's the sense of urgency, the false sense of urgency. You're not going to be charged that today. If you want to make sure, you can contact PayPal through an official phone number, an official email address, like an official live chat, whatever it may be. Get out of this email, the email you received, maybe that you received, look just like this. Go to paypal.com, the official PayPal website, and find contact information on the official website. Contact PayPal, ask them, what is this thing that I received? And hopefully, I think what they're going to tell you is you can just disregard it. It's a scam. You don't have to pay anything. They're trying to scare you into paying for something that, of course, you don't need to pay. This transaction will reflect on PayPal activity after 24 hours, our service hours, 0600 a.m. to 0600 p.m. Pacific time. Now, what to do if you did fall for this and you sent someone money, especially if you did it outside of PayPal? I don't know if you can get your money back, unfortunately. I really hope that you can resolve the situation. I'm making this video to help people, and I'm hoping that I can somehow stop people from giving money to scammers. And, you know, if you've already given out some of your money to someone, I don't know if you're going to be able to get it back. But contact PayPal on paypal.com through an official way to contact the company. Ask them what you can do if there's anything. If you gave money to scammers outside of PayPal, you know, through a crypto exchange or something like that, I don't think you're going to be able to get your money back. And I'm so sorry for that. I wish I could have helped you not lose your money. But like I said, contact PayPal, see what they say. And if you have a story to tell, if you want to share your story, you received an email like this and either you did or didn't fall for it and you have additional information that I didn't go through that you want to add, do it in the comments below. And other people who are watching this video who maybe are looking for answers, for help, they might be able to gain, some help from your comments, from your story. And I wanted to read this story I found on Facebook that is from someone who said they fell for this scam. They said, "Hey guys, keep yourself ever vigilant in these times. I'm usually pretty good at spotting these things. Unfortunately, I fell victim to this last week and called the number listed. It isn't a legit number for PayPal. Granted, it wasn't much, but it was enough to keep me moving forward." And the person continued with their story here, called PayPal's legit customer service number today to report it, and they said there's nothing they can do given that I made the transfer of my crypto assets via my Coinbase account, thinking my account was being accessed elsewhere. It was all a hoax. Once you send crypto assets to another wallet, it's virtually impossible to get it back. So basically, if you receive something through your email and it comes from PayPal, even if it comes from service@paypal.com, whatever, if it comes from PayPal or not, and it looks like it's an invoice or a bill or whatever you want to call it, and they're saying you need to pay this amount due, and then there's a number, there's a figure, a dollar figure. Go to paypal.com, contact PayPal, ask them about the charge before you do anything. Don't pay it yet. Figure out if it's a legitimate charge or if it's a scam. As always, I hope my video helped you out. If you fell for any online scams, not just this one, any of them, I recommend contacting the payment method you used. If it's a scam where you gave out your bank, your credit card information, that sort of thing, or like this with, a PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, sell sort of a thing, contact that company and they should be able to help you out, give you next steps. And if you gave out a lot of your personal information and your financial data, maybe it's time to roll in some kind of a third-party identity theft protection. Your bank might be able to help you find that. And by the way, just opening the invoice email, you should be just fine. Even just, clicking on it, you might still be fine, obviously. But if you give out your details or if you pay the fake invoice, then that's a problem, obviously. I'm spending my own free time to make these videos like this one here about the PayPal, Coinbase, or Bitcoin scam email. And, there are so many scams out there. And there are new scams every single day. You can't possibly cover all of them. But, I figured I could do a little bit more on my own time on nights and weekends. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now by making this video. Because as I always say at the end of my videos, scams can hurt people. Scams can take money from people. And not everyone has money to spare. With something like this where, you could potentially lose $619.99, that's a lot of money. Some of these scams that I've looked at before for much smaller amounts, $100, $200, $300, $619.99. To some people, it's going to be a setback. They're going to be like, oh, I can't believe I gave that money up. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I have money in the bank. I won't fall for that again, right? That's what they would say. But to other people, $619.99 is a lot of money. Not everyone has a lot of money to spare. And so I hope that I can help you with my channel. So please click the like button, the thumbs up button, and subscribe to my channel. Lastly, feel free to check out my creative projects. If you're into before and after photos of, old New York versus the exact same location, angle, building, and all that, tripod height and everything in present day, I've done that before in New York when I used to live there. I have a project called New York Now and Then where I took photos from the 1870s and 1880s from a photographer named George Bradford Bernard. And I went and took my tripod and camera, tried to get the exact same angle, tripod height, the same buildings you can see. It's really cool. Not necessarily because of what I did, but it's just a cool comparison. And the old photographs from the photographer Bernard are really cool too. In 2016, I released a documentary for New York also called The Sidewalks of New York. And it tells the story of Al Smith. And if you've never heard of him, it's a really fascinating story in the history of New York. And it's only an hour long. It's not like a 7 to 10 hour series that you might see, documentary series that come out these days. It's a little shorter. It's still an hour, but I spent a year on it and I hope you can check that out. Lastly, I used to do some abandoned places videos before they kind of really became popular on YouTube. So I was able to explore an abandoned island resort in the Caribbean. And, it's really a cool place where I got a lot of amazing shots of, an abandoned swimming pool next to beautiful ocean and beach. And there's the hotel, the restaurant, and it was located on Cayman Brac. And those videos are on my channel. Also, I explored an abandoned neighborhood in the woods in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee. And that neighborhood, unfortunately, it was so dilapidated, but the point that I was shooting video of in 2013, now, some of the buildings have burned down. They're not there anymore. But I was able to document so much before it all went away. And I'm glad that I was able to preserve that. And the history of the place, it's much shorter, by the way, these last two videos, these abandoned places videos. The history of these places are really cool. And some of these videos that I'm talking about I've been very fortunate to receive millions of views on these just because the subjects are so interesting, not necessarily again because of what I did, but because the subjects themselves are kind of fascinating. So feel free to subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I do creative projects, not just these scams. Feel free to share your story in the comments below, have discussions with each other, ask questions. Like I said, if you have a story to tell about this scam involving PayPal, Coinbase, Bitcoin, and scam emails, please let us know. Give us details. Tell us what was the resolution. Give us as much information as you can because, like I said, people are going to be coming to my video potentially looking for answers. Maybe they just gave up money and they want to know, is there any way to get the money back? That sort of thing. So give as much information as possible in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching.